Right, you've seen the title. Wait a minute. Hello then, folks. Welcome back to AFC Thames. It's me, DoctorBenjyFM. Good to see you. I hope you find you very, very well. The support on yesterday's video, by the way, for a win was outrageous. Over 2,000 likes. If that's what it takes, then I'll win both games today. I'll try to win both games. We'll play 2 games today. And what then has been going on since we last met then? And as you can see, it's been going, there's more green than there has been in previous years, it feels like. But let me take you back a little bit. Last episode, of course, then, Worthing. That's who we faced off against. It was a 5-0 win. And we started the season. Look at that. I mean, that is sensational. And then in the league, Burton Albion, Fylde, Cheltenham, Harrogate. 3 defeats and 1 draw. We won our Bill-based FA Trophy first round game, but that was a moment I couldn't help but laugh. I was like, oh no, I've won 5-0. They think it's going well. It's not going well. And of course, the takeover is an underlying thing here that we'll talk about in just a minute. But you can see the form picked up. Fleetwood, FC United and Manchester are drawing against Brackley. Defeat to Scunthorpe, that was actually very pleased to score 2 goals in, if I'm honest. Before wins against Stevenage and Rushden Diamonds in the FA Cup qualifying round, before a draw against Chester and a win against Bishop's Cleeve. And we're going to win the FA Trophy this year. I feel it, viewers. I feel good about it. The interesting thing is then, as I say, the underlying thing is a board takeover. And it's not happened yet. But... and it's a big but, viewers. If you go to the general page here, you can see the owner status. We're in the process of a board takeover. If you follow me on Twitter, aside from tweeting about the Super League nonsense, you'd have noticed a little bit of Thames stuff going on. People are interested. There was a supporters club at one point. There's another guy as well with a surname Smith, and his first name escapes me. Might have been Tom. I can't remember now. But people are interested in becoming the new chairman of Thames. I say it's been going on for months. The reason I've played so many games is I was thinking I'll just keep playing until there's an announcement about the takeover, and then I'll stop. And it just hasn't happened. But FA Cup first round tie against Barnet from League 2. How can I turn that down? So we had to get here. You can see I can't be accused of not sticking with the plan this season. The 4-3-3 narrow has been a rip-roaring success for me this season. And the big thing, as we talked about, right, I want to score goals. That's the huge aspect of all of this. And that's something we're achieving. If you go to the 4 column, where are we here? There we are, the 4 column. We are 4th on that, 28 goals scored, level with Dagenham Redbridge. We play later on. And this is what we wanted. This is exactly where we wanted to be, scoring goals. Don't get me wrong, we're not keeping them out brilliantly, but we are doing a better job than we probably have in recent seasons, so that's good news. Will the takeover happen today? I don't know. Team-wise, who's been doing well? Let's focus on the boys who have been putting in performances on the pitch, and there's only one man to start with, and no, it's not the vegetable. It's Darren Walsh. I mean, the man with 5 finishing has turned into a phenom. They don't know what to do with him. On loan from Leyton Orient, 10 goals in 11 appearances. For whatever reason, I hope Leyton Orient don't go, you're supposed to be playing him at winger. I'm going to be like, he's brilliant. Let me have him. The work rate combined with some of his mentals make him so much better than Byrne who had similar acceleration, but it's his other attributes, man. He's just so problematic to stop. I brought him in to set up Cabbage, to get assists. He hasn't got any. He has not got a single assist. He's very much focused on goal scoring. We saw him score a couple for us last episode as well. And he's been one of our top performers in terms of the average ratings. Peter Boateng, who we brought in to be that assister, to play alongside Cabbage, to be someone to unlock those doors, has done a really fine job so far. 5 goals, 5 assists. Just having competent players on the pitch is a real joy, viewers. It's a real joy. And what's nice about watching us play, and hopefully you see it today, even against the League 2 side, is the style is so clear and so obvious. And we are just trying to get bodies in the penalty area, defend for our lives, and create chances for one another. And so far, so good. As you can see, goal scoring has gone on throughout the midfield. Really, really impressive, and hopefully it continues today. Speaking of today then, again, if the takeover happens, I'll be delighted. I've waited 2 months for it to happen since it was first rumoured to the point we're at now. So far, not a lot has gone on in terms of it. But the team for today then, Canon remains in goal. He's been decent. He makes all the easy saves, and I'm kind of fine with that, to be honest. Oyegoki at right back. We've got Gore at left back, both of them looking really good, actually, considering they're not really attacking fullbacks. They're doing the job really well. They're creating the width, right? And that's the most important thing. Big options in those forward areas. Eminem at the back, Marshall and McBride have been quite solid. Again, we've conceded goals, but we're giving teams a lot of space. You'll see it in the match engine. Blaha comes in as Mazzala today. We've got an injury to Harry Ridgewell, who would normally sit in the ball in midfield role, meaning Ocon would be out to the left-hand side. Siddiqui, as a result of Harry Ridgewell's injuries, and the injuries have been building up in midfield quite regularly, actually. It's been problematic. We'll play in midfield today. He's not an amazing box-to-box, but he can certainly play there. He's got the attributes to do so. So we're going to trust him in midfield. You can see he's pretty competent in the midfield position, so it's not a problem for me. Boateng, Walsh, Cabbage up front. Cabbage hasn't scored quite as many goals as I'd like him to, but he keeps going to Polish under-20 duty, so I guess that's a part of it. And here we go then, into today's games. Barnet first, then Dagenham and Redbridge, and the league, so far, we're not too far off. Again, we'll talk about it when we get to the game against Dagenham, but showtime. Barnet, come on then. FA Cup first round, this could be the season of everything. Now, you can't deny, I picked the tough games. To play League 2 Barnet and try and showcase our abilities against them might be quite challenging. They've got Roger O'Connor, who is quick without good finishing. Based on what Walsh does for me, horrified. All right then, here we go. You can tell, can't you? I know I've started lots of episodes in the last couple of weeks in this high energy spirit, which is then slowly taken apart. But I believe the boys, when I think they will just play, I've been playing with so many games, I've seen it. They are playing in such a more direct, attacking, bodies in the penalty area. Do we get counted sometimes? Yeah, all the time. But it's so much more fun being a team that are willing to attack. Do not let me down today and show me up in front of them, because you know what you're like. I've got myself a coffee. I chose a Retro Zealand mug. I felt like that was the only appropriate mug to use. So far, 25 minutes in, not a shot on target or a shot on goal. And now it's a corner to them. Oh, my mood changed there, didn't it, viewers? As the ball is cleared away, we rush out to try and get something towards it. We don't do a particularly good job. Played back in, shot on goal. We're 1-0 down without registering a shot. So I love football. I love Football Manager. Peter Woodlock has scored as, again, I guess playing as the League 2 side probably wasn't my smartest move here to showcase what we're capable of. And they're not even a bad League 2 side. They're one of sort of the above average ones that are fighting for playoff places. So, yeah, maybe an error on my part. Jesus, yeah. We aren't doing it. We aren't doing anything. We're doing absolutely nothing. I think being attacking probably isn't helping us. Against some of the better sides, I've actually started cautiously and then gone slightly wider to try and find spaces in those wider areas to try and create through the middle, inevitably, with that forward striker. But, yeah, it's been a very... Well, this is underwhelming, isn't it? I mean, we had a shot and it was on target. Viewers, it's only 1-0. Plenty of time. We saw what happened against Crewe, didn't we? I was kind of hoping this would be the big sort of, yes, come on now. We're a real football team. I'm going to thrash arms here and sound far from pleased. They are far better than this. So show me, boys. Come on. I'm going to demand a little bit more from them. I mean, I could make some changes. The midfield, not at its strongest today. Without Ridgewell, who seems to be the most consistent player we've got. We've got a chance, though. Blaha, ball played in, whipped in. Cabbage is there. Oh, the big cabbage. I mean, it's gone over. The big cabbage is not a phrase I thought I'd be saying. See, the more this game goes on, the more we're going to come out of cautious, and we're slowly going to try and attack more. But so far, it's been, I'll be honest, no matter who you support, this is a rubbish game of football. All right, we've got another chance, maybe. Gore, starting things off. To Blaha, which is just such a great name. Walsh inside to Ocon, plays it forward to Cabbage. There's a chance. He scored. Is it onside? David Cabbage. The ball's played in by Ocon. He does that pretty regularly. We saw it last episode, right? The first goal of the season that we scored was Cabbage. And Ocon does it again. He finds Cabbage on the last man. This is wonderful stuff. It really is. Played by Blaha. Just sort of, it's just neat football from us. And then the ball over the top. I mean, Cabbage on the last man slots it home. And it's Thames 1, Barnet 1. And... can the impossible happen? It looked a little bit offside. I think this player here plays him onside. Yeah, I mean, it's level, isn't it? It's the left back playing him on. Cabbage in between two strikers and converts, does the business. We've got more attacking here, but we scored the goal, I think, while I'm positive. They've got a corner. It's played in. Back post. It's gone over. We're fine. Everything's fine. Coffee. Let's go. All right, we've got a throw in now. Oyugoki throws it short to Bahar, gets it back, options in the centre, played in, headed away. We're going to get there first, are we? Ocon, first to meet it. Goes back to Marshall, finds Siddiqui, and again, the creativeness of him. Really good ball out towards Walsh. That header is bizarre, viewers. Gore on it now, played in. Siddiqui's there, cleared away. Oh, I thought we were doing something then, but what we're actually doing is defending. Carlson, ball forward, O'Connor's in, big chance, chips the keeper. Roger O'Connor, I said, we will get countered sometimes. Spaces do open up when you play such attacking fullbacks. Yeah, I've already made my bed and I'm lying in it this year. That sometimes will happen. O'Connor We talked about it, right? 5 finishing. That's 5 finishing. But the pace, just to get in behind the back line, that was always going to be tough to stop. 10 minutes to go. I guess we make changes here, but there's not a great amount to bring on. I mean, Reece Lloyd maybe comes in for Boateng, changing things a little bit. Martin York, maybe not for Walsh, but maybe even for Cabbage. You know, we're at that point in the game. Cabbage hasn't done that much great so far. And can we even go more attacking? Not really, I'll be honest. This is kind of what it is. I guess we go from positive to attacking. Final few moments as... I mean, the stats don't look great, but we've lost 2-1 to a decent side in League 2. And I lose to decent sides in the Vanarama National quite regularly. I can't find any performances. But look, the first half wasn't good enough. The second half, we picked it up. We got a goal. We seemed a little bit more competitive. They've caught us out in the final few minutes. Fitness, training. The fact they train is a bit unfair, isn't it? I'm going to put it down to that. I'm going to put it down to the fact that they're athletes with actual quality and we're Thames. So it's slightly different. The team aren't happy. Hopefully we are slightly better against Dagenham. But the big question now, viewers, is you get to be a part of this little journey now as we get a little bit of money for being knocked out of the FA Cup. But it's not the little bit of money that we're interested. We are interested in the big bucks. January's coming around. Free transfers could still be acquired. Loans could still be acquired. This could change our... Look, if it happens in the next 3 days, we're going to be delighted, aren't we? We're going to be very happy about this. But so far, nothing. We're hearing nothing, which worries me. Could this see the collapse of the takeover? Will the takeover even happen? I know how big this is right now. And the fact that the chairman is willing to talk to teams or to new owners, that gives me a little bit of hope, as every time there is quite a lot of news items, I get very excited. As the gate receipts there, by the way, really good. Nearly just 500,000 now. We've made some money there, which is great news. But will it happen? We need this. Long and short of it is we need this. If they wipe the debt, even better. If they give us some money to spend, even better. If it just allows the wage budget to go back to 10,000 or something, I'm very happy. I'm so nervous right now. You've not seen me do it, obviously, but in the last month and a half, whatever it is, I've been... Every time there's news items, I'm like, what are the news items? Okay, fine. Not yet. Because my biggest fear is that they say this isn't happening. And then I don't know what... Then I cry. I think I just cry. 2 more news items. Doesn't seem like it's enough for a takeover, does it? I feel like there's going to be 4 or 5. There's going to be a personal message. There's going to be budgets. There's going to be an announcement. I don't know. It's still not happening. Again, 1. Unless it's a fall through. It's not enough. It's player development. And I just realised I didn't rest any of the players. But we don't look too bad. Paul Gore's the only one that's struggling a little bit. And to be honest, Heel can come in and replace him if needs be. So it's looking like, viewers, the wait to find out about this takeover will continue. What I'm going to do after the Dagenham game, I'm going to treat you to the 16th and the 17th as well. And we'll go through those 2 days. If it doesn't happen right now, which it hasn't, we'll do a couple more days as well. This is like the lottery, it feels like. Are we going to win the lottery? All right then, playing Dagenham and Redbridge. Paul Gore has been a relatively consistent performer for me, but I will let him take this one out as we bring in Sam Heel instead, who's not lacking sharpness or anything. I've been making sure that a lot of the boys have been playing for the reserve teams and the youth teams where possible, so we're a lot fitter than we probably have been previously. Ridgewell is very, very close to coming back. What I'm going to do is put him on the bench because he's the sort of player I like to bring on. It releases Ocon a little bit more. It maybe allows us to play Blahar on his natural ball, box-to-box role, but that's where he plays successfully for me. Let's see how we do. Look, Dagenham are a side that I think we can beat. I know we can beat. Let's see if we can do it now. We've got 2 games in hand on some of these teams now as well. Like Burton are the anomaly because they've only played 12, but everyone else, it's very mixed. Okay. Come on. I just want to see us create. What is nice now is that I don't go into these games with dread of... Are we going to take the lead and then concede some nonsense goals? That still happens, but I go into the games thinking... we can score here, and that gives us a chance, and that's such a nicer feeling than sitting here depressed about what's going on with the team. We just had a back heel. Do you know what I'm talking about? We just had a back heel, viewers. It's launched forward by Marshall. It's been sort of knocked on. This is the first highlight of the game. Remember, Walsh is in. We know what he's like. He's cannoned it off the post. Oh, no, we're 30 seconds in. Oh, I can't say this game's going to kill me. This game's... I can't handle it. Win today, we are we can smell the playoffs if you get the win. We saw what we did to Worthing as well, who actually, like, we beat Worthing quite handily. They're not relegation candidates. There's a few teams that are, and they're not one of them. As that's played across the pitch, it was a little bit iffy as they're trying to deal with this, and we try and cover the wider areas. The ball's launched forward, it's knocked down, and they are also powering players forward. But Boateng now, this is where he's important. Ball lifted forward, it's not very good if we're going to be critical, and now they are bringing it forward again, and a challenge wouldn't go amiss. Ocon, he's now launched one forward. This is not great football right now, but it's a very open situation, and I'm not sure which way the highlight's going to go. We really do need to make a tackle in those situations, because as that's not very good, they've had a shot. We're fine. Knowing that my fullbacks are always pushed up, and there are always going to be wingers, especially when they play. I think they're playing a 4-2-3-1 here, from what I've picked up. Let's just take a look. There we are. Never mind. It's a corner. I mean, somehow I've clicked that and it's produced a highlight. Ball played in, headed away. You can see that if we break from these scenarios, we are golden, right? We've got a 3v2 every single time. Ball played in there. It's blocked the first time and saved. See again, Canon. I'd expect him to save that. And now, out of nowhere, another highlight. Flicked in. Blahar's there. Has it got in? Is it the... We've hit the bar on the post. We've hit the post, and now the bar on the post. Are you kidding me? Oh, the energy, viewers. The excitement. They are playing 4-2-3-1, which means that they do have those wingers pushed up. It could be a bit of an issue for us. But so far, 0-0, very even game. And this is on. And I know what I'm going to do. And that is pretty much nothing. We're going to just see how this plays out. I trust them. I trust them to at least score a goal. If you can score against Barnet, boys, you can score against Dagenham and Redbridge away from home. I believe in you. The throw-in, though, to Dagenham. We've hit the post and the bar on the post. Are you joking? And they've gone very close there. Do you know what I might do? He's just returning now. But I do want to make this change that I talked about before. Ocon moves out. Blahar to this side. Sadiki, I might push forward instead of Boateng, who's not had a particularly good game. Again, the creativity, sort of the passing attributes of Sadiki just mean he tends to unlock Cabbage a little better. Ridgewell's going to come in. He's not fully fit, but in terms of quality of player, he's certainly that little bit better. 20 minutes to go, that could be the difference, and that's what I'm hoping for. We'll encourage the team again. 15 to go. God, 0-0 will be so demoralising, considering I think it'll be our first 0-0 of the season, actually. So in a way, viewers, you're seeing history here. As the time is ticking away, I'm very hesitant to change anything, because right now, the way the game's set, I mean, it's not our greatest performance ever. Let's not pretend, but we're stable right now. It's relatively solid. I'm just debating maybe Reece Lloyd, who's quite quick. I mean, again, Sadiq's not had a bad game, but I think maybe a little bit of pace late on. The creativity hasn't worked so far. Can we catch him out, or is this just going to be game over? Is it a bit of a dead rubber? As it's our first 0-0. Oh no! Don't say that. Don't say that. I'm hiding behind the mic stand. Oh my god. Okay, everything's fine. We're good. We're fine. Well, as 0-0s go, it was pretty entertaining. Defeat to Barnet. Again, the story right now is not necessarily what's going on the pitch. We'll take the point now. I mean, happy with the point, sure. Away from home, not a problem. To a side similar to us, no, I can't really grumble. It's a clean sheet. We don't really do clean sheets very often. I'm kind of curious, is that one of our first clean sheets this year? Is that our first? No, we had a clean sheet last episode, and we've not kept one in the league since until today. So, if anything, viewers, when you turn up, we keep a clean sheet. You are the great protectors of AFC Thames as it stands. I promised you a couple more days of continue. Will this takeover happen? I mean, if they've watched that game, they might not be that keen. Come on, please. Come on, at least before Christmas. You know, we've got families to think about here. We played Clitheroe in the Builder-Based Trophy. Some of our games in that have been pretty easy. I think that might be another one of those. So let's see. Am I going to be treated to some takeover news, or is it just going to be something that fizzles out? I'm not depressed, but I'll be so disappointed if we don't get it. If it just fails now. But again, I like the fact we're on it. Like, he's open to talking about it, which means in my history, it means other people will come and try and take the club. The supporters group would be the ideal people to take it. 3 bits of news now. That's oh, they're not happy about Blahar's loan agreement. Yeah, he doesn't really want to play as a box to box, but that's the way it goes. We're on the Friday. I'll just try and talk around Blahar. I'll just say he's playing a lot. Does it matter? He said, we're friends. I need you to do this for me. I can't change my team right now, mate. I just can't. I'm so sorry. We're getting nowhere here, so I'll drop it. Okay, good. I don't think they're going to recall him. If they now just recall him, that's really that's outrageous as far as I'm concerned. I need him to play where he's playing. That's just the way the cookie is crumbling right now. Is there going to be? There's 2 more bits of news. No. Okay, well, I will just know this: the next time we meet, a takeover will or will not have happened. And you might say, well, that'll be the case anyway, but you know what I mean. We will have found out. The news item will be in my inbox. It could be in 3 days' time. Who knows? But yeah, there'll be a resolution to this problem. If you enjoyed the video, please do drop a like on it. If you want to see some more, make sure you subscribe. Thank you to all the people that have come over from Z and are now part of the journey. Welcome. Lock yourselves in as we try and get out of the Vanarama National. 6th time. No one's ever said that. 6th time's the charm. See you soon, everybody. Goodbye. 6th time. Oh.